Hey guys, and welcome to the first tutorial on how to model a car in Blender. This is basically the car that we're going to be modeling. What I want to say is that the car is going to be mobile game optimized, meaning I'm going to use some techniques that might not be optimal, but they're going to help me reduce the vertex count so that we can use it in a mobile game without any performance loss. This car is available for you to download on the Unity Asset Store in case you want to check it out. The link is in the description. Alright, so first things first, what you're gonna need is a blueprint. Now this is what I found online. Something really important, you need to find the highest quality that you can. As you can see, this is pretty high quality. That's gonna make it a lot easier for you to model the car. Now the second really important thing is the blueprint needs to have 4 views. So basically the front, the back, the side, and the top view. Another thing you're gonna need is some reference photos. These are just photos of the real life car that we're gonna use just to figure out how some parts of the car are modeled in order to recreate them in Blender. Alright, so let's get straight into it. The first thing you wanna do, you wanna go File, New, General. So this is a new scene, as you can see. What I wanna do is I wanna select the camera and the light, hit X and delete them. So we only have the cube in the scene. This cube is gonna help us align the blueprints properly. Then what you wanna do, you wanna hit 1 on your numpad to go into front view, then hold the Z key and go to wireframe. Then Shift A, image background to add the blueprint, and just go to the location where you saved it and double click it to open it. And that's the blueprint right there, as you can see. So this blueprint is only going to show up in the front view because that's where you placed it. That means that we need to do the same thing on all the other views. For the back of the car, you want to hit Control 1 to go into back view. Then you want to do the same thing. Basically want to go Shift A, image background, double click the blueprint. Then we're going to do the side view of the car. Hit 3 on your numpad to go into side view. Repeat the process, Shift A, image background. Select the blueprint, then go into 7 to go into top view, Shift A, image background, and then select the blueprint. Now we have the blueprints on all the views of the car. Now what I like to do is go into front view by hitting 1 on your numpad, then select the front blueprint. As you can see, it's only the front one, not all of them. Go into wireframe mode by holding Z and go to wireframe. So now we can see through the cube and just place the front of the car in the middle of the scene. As you can see, that is the middle of the scene. So what I usually do, I take the BMW logo and align it with the middle of the scene because the logo itself is usually centered on the car. So that just makes sense. Then I basically want to do the same thing for the back view. Hit Control 1 and go into back view. Select the back blueprint and place the BMW logo in the middle of the scene so the car is centered. Alright, so now you want to hit 3 on your numpad to go into side view and select the side blueprint and place the side of the car basically in the middle of the cube. We're gonna tweak this later so it doesn't have to be perfect. Then for the top view, hit 7, select the blueprint and rotate it. Hit R, Z to rotate it on the Z axis and type 90. That's gonna rotate the blueprint 90 degrees on the Z axis. Then we can go ahead and basically put it in the middle of the cube. Now again, using the BMW logo, I just use this line in the middle to basically align the blueprint properly. So now all the blueprints are aligned. So now what I do, I go right here and select all the blueprints. As you can see, all the blueprints are selected. Then you want to go up here to pivot point and set it to 3D cursor. Then you hit S to scale it and you scale the blueprints basically till the mirrors of the car hit the edges of the cube, as you can see right there. So we basically scaled the car up to be the size of the cube, if that makes any sense. As you can see, the car is fully inside the cube. As you can see here in the back, the mirror does not touch the edge of the cube, which means that the blueprint itself is kind of messed up, is not the best quality. That's gonna suck a little bit whenever we're modeling the car. So that's why you wanna search for the best blueprint that you can, but we're gonna work with this one. So anyways, now that the sides of the car are touching the edges of the cube, I select the cube to do the same for the top and bottom. But this time I select the cube and select the top vertices by using C and just clicking on them. Then you want to drag them down by hitting G and Z, and just drag it to the top of the car, to the highest point of the car. Then you want to do the same thing for the vertices from underneath the car. You select them with C and clicking on them, and hit G, Z, and bring it up to the lowest point of the car, which is the tires. Now as you can see, the car is perfectly inside of this cube. So now if we go into back view with Control 1, as you can see, the blueprint is aligned on the x-axis, but it is not aligned on the z-axis. That's a pretty easy fix. We just need to bring the blueprint up to be inside of the cube. We don't have to modify anything. So you select the blueprint, hit G and Z, and just drag it up so it's perfectly inside of the cube, as you can see. Now going into the side view, I basically want to select the cube and scale it on the y-axis and make it roughly the same length as the car. Doesn't have to be perfect, because in order to make it perfect, we select the blueprint and bring the car inside of the cube, and then you just tweak it to be the same exact length. Now for the top view, you select the top blueprint and just drag it down to the point where the front of the car touches the front of the cube. And since we already established the length of the cube, the back of the car should also touch the back of the cube. So that's pretty much it for this video. Everything is properly aligned. In the next one, I'm gonna start modeling the actual car. So I'll see you guys then. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.